Hi guys, I just wanted to post a quick video reacting to Derek Chauvin's trial because I have so many things to say and I don't know how to say them all. So I'm looking at the Washington Post. It says live updates. Chauvin's attorney argues Floyd saying "I can't breathe" was a form of resisting arrest. What? What? What is that? That's so, saying you can't breathe is, not a form of resisting arrest. I understand, punching an officer when they're trying to put you in handcuffs. That's resisting arrest. That is... And saying that he said, "I ate too many drugs"? Who says that? It says, "I ain't do no drugs." Someone says, "I ain't do no drugs." Nobody says, "I ate too many drugs." Who says that you eat drugs? I don't know. Maybe that's some sort of street slang that I don't know about, but I've never heard anyone say that they ate drugs unless they were eating an edible. And even then they said, "Oh, I had an edible," or "I ate an edible." They don't say "I ate drugs." So he says there's someone that said that no force should have been used. And they say that there should have been a second search of the police vehicle with a focus on drugs. I don't care how many drugs George Floyd was doing. I don't really care, because what is the chance that he died of a drug overdose at the exact moment that someone was kneeling on his neck? That just seems like a little too much of a coincidence for me. And I know that they're arguing there's a reasonable doubt, but I don't think you can say that. I think if somebody dies, if you stab someone and they also have drugs in their system, you can't be "Oh, they didn't die of the stab wound. They died because they were doing drugs." That doesn't make any sense. You don't think that stabbing them might have had something to do with it? Oh my God. And they're saying that he wasn't that Derek Chauvin wasn't even kneeling on his neck because his leg... Alright, here's the body, here's the neck. Derek Chauvin's knee is right there on the neck, and then his leg is extending onto the back. But his knee is still on the neck. Oh my God. It's just it's just amazing what people will argue. Just I love that we have this justice system in America, but honestly, what is who cares if his entire weight wasn't on his neck? I'm pretty sure you can see in the video that quite a bit of this full 200-pound man's weight is on this dude's fucking neck. There was another part. Chauvin's defense returns to expletive-laced insults directed at officers from crowd witnessing Floyd's arrest. Name-calling from the crowd outside Cup Foods played a role in what happened last May. A reasonable officer could perceive that as a threat, Nelson says. Okay, let's say that this is a murder, because this is a murder. If I am a murderer and I am murdering someone and everyone is yelling at me not to murder them, I'm not just gonna murder them harder because I think it's a threat. How is... That's literally what they're saying. The crowd was yelling at him to get the fuck off of this dude who is dying and crying out for his mother. Stop murdering that guy. Yeah, they cursed at him, and I would have cursed at him too. I would have cursed at that guy. I would have cursed at that guy murdering another guy on the street in full view of everyone. Yeah, I would have cursed at him. And I'm not ashamed to say that. The camera only sees what the camera sees. Yeah. It's a photo, it's an image. I'm just so angry. I really hope that, there's justice for George Floyd, because and people will say, like, oh, because you say Black Lives Matter, because like you like believe that like George Floyd should get justice, that means that like you don't believe in due process, or you or like you're like a leftist, or like you're like a fanatical. And I don't think it's that fanatical to believe that someone who murdered somebody on camera in full view of everyone ought to be put in prison. Just because I think that, like, in this country, we need to set an example. We need to set a standard that you can't just go around and murder people and, like, kneel on their neck. You can't just go around doing that. And I think that getting this guy in prison is, like, very important to show officers that you can't get away with this. I just, like, we need justice in this world. And I don't honestly know what it's going to do to my worldview if Derek Chauvin walks free. Honestly, like, I wouldn't be surprised. But I just, if that happens, like, I don't know what this country has come to be honest. And that's going to be the end of my rant. So thank you for listening. If you made it all the way to the end, check out the other videos on my channel. They're a little bit more planned than this one, but not by much.